Hi there, everybody, and welcome back into to Whitten Field as we get ready for game number 2 of a softball doubleheader between Cerritos and College of the Canyons. Cerritos took game 1 5-1 over College of the Canyons, thanks in part to a 4-run 8th inning, an extra innings ball game. Game number 1. Game number 2, getting ready to start here. We'll have a couple of changes here in game number 2, for at least one for Canyons. In the pitching ranks, Nicole Murrow will get the start here in game number 2 for College of the Canyons. As the lineup for Cody Murray and company for Cerritos is pretty much the same. As it'll be Marley Cortez to lead things off, and Aya Cardenas in the 2 spot. Morgan Fontella in the 3 spot for Cerritos. Vicky Nahara in the 4 spot. Bree Zarate in the 5 spot. Carissa Maya batting 6th once again. Val Vasquez, the first baseman, batting 7th. Savannah Gonzalez batting 8th. And Marie Encarnacion batting 9th. As Nicole Murrow will get the start for Canyons here in game number 2. Murrow 6-6 on the year with a .398 earned run average. She's given up 42 runs, 34 of them earned, with 21 walks and 32 strikeouts so far this season. Opposing hitters hitting .256 against her. This will be her 12th start of the year. Her last start was on Thursday against Bakersfield. That was a Connie Gonzalez. I'm reading Connie Gonzalez's numbers, excuse me. 6-6 from Murrow, .398 ERA. Opposing hitters hitting .200 against her, with 44 walks and 34 strikeouts. Her last appearance was against Orange Coast College in game number 1, went complete. Gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, but just 1 earned, with 2 strikeouts in the ballgame. Canyons takes the field. Canyons will hope Nicole Murrow can match Tatiana Cortez, who is the flex once again for Cerritos. Cortez went all 8 in game number 1. Marley Cortez will lead things off, 1 for 4 in game number 1, with a single in the 3rd inning of that game. First pitch at 2:38 p.m. here on a Saturday, misses up and away, and we are underway in game number 2. Defensively for Canyons, Jimenez at first, Finoli at second, Portretti at short, Mejia at third, Yahali Gonzalez in left, Krista Vierik in center, Grace Diaz in right, and Leilani Lopez behind the plate. So the exact same lineup with the exception of Nicole Murrow in the circle today for Canyons in game number 2. 2 balls and no strikes to count here to Cortez. Takes a called strike, makes it 2-1. This one hit right back up the middle, a solid base hit from Marley Cortez. Leadoff runner aboard for Cerritos. Cortez sharply hit right back up the box. Here's Yanni Cardenas, 2 for 4 in game number 1. Couple of singles, scored a run as well. Murrow misses up. Cortez doesn't do a lot of running, so matter of fact, I don't believe she has stolen a base yet this season. Actually, she's 1 for 1 on the bases this year. One ball, one strike pitch. Popped up, playable on the infield for Jimenez. So Cardenas retired on a fly ball in the infield. One down for Morgan Fontella, hitless in game number 1. Showing bunt on the first pitch, but decides to let the pitch go. Canyons had Alexia Mejia charging from third base. Two pitches from Murrow, both missed the zone. Both up in the zone. 2 balls and no strikes to count. That one in for a strike at the bottom part of the zone at the knees. Cortez at first after a leadoff single, 1 away. Here in the opening inning of game number 2. This one hit on the ground towards Vanoli to Petretti, to Vanoli for 1. Not in time to get the double play. Canyons look at the lead runner. Petretti cuts down Cortez. Fontella on with a fielder's choice. Canyons has only turned 3 double plays this year. The defense at .944 coming into the day. Did have an error in game number 1. Here's Vicky Nahara. No hits and 4 at bats in game number 1. 3 for her last 10 over the last 3 games. Fontella over at first. A little bit more apt to running. Runner in motion here. Lopez scoops and fires on a pitch down in the dirt, not in time. So Fontella with her 6th stolen base of the year in as many attempts. Or excuse me, her 6th stolen base of the year in 7 attempts. Now runner in scoring position here for Nahara. She'll chop this one towards third. Mejia gathers and fires. The defense helps out for Canyons as Murrow gives up a leadoff single and nothing else. 1 left on base for Cerritos in the first. The Canyons batting order here in game number 2. Holly Gonzalez will lead things off. Brooke Petretti in the 2 spot. Janice Jimenez in the 3 spot for Canyons. Followed by Krista Vierik in the 4 spot. Grace Diaz batting 5th. Nicole Murrow will slot into the 6th spot. Then Isabella Mena will bat 7th. Alexia Mejia will bat 8th. And Skylar Vanoli will bat 9th with Leani Lopez as the flex. They will face Tatiana Cortez for the second time today. Cortez in game number 1 went 8 innings, gave up 1 run on just 3 hits. Added 7 more strikeouts to her strikeout total on the season, which now is up over 150 on the year. 155 to be the exact number for her. She was outstanding at one point in game number 1, retired 15 in a row. So here's Yahali Gonzalez, hitless in game number 1. It was 0 for 4. The good news for Canyons, you've seen Cortez once now. So hoping you can build off that. You did battle back in the ball game, get 1 in the 7th. Gonzalez takes a strike. Two ball, 1 strike offering misses down and away. For Cortez, it was only the 7th inning really that was trouble for her. Gave up a walk to Jimenez in the 1st, gave up a single to Diaz in the 2nd, but that was it until the 7th. Now she gives up a leadoff walk here to Yahali Gonzalez. So Canyons with the leadoff runner aboard, something they only did once in game number 1. Yahali Gonzalez picks up her 20th walk of the season. And now Brooke Petretti comes to the plate, looking to atone for an 0 for 4 outing in game number 1. Gonzalez this season 17 for 20 on the bases. She'll try and run here, and she'll be in safely at second base. Canyons didn't get an opportunity to run a lot in game number 1. Had a couple of stolen bases in the 7th inning with runners on the corners. This team, 95 stolen bases coming into the game is the second most, or coming into the day is the second most in the state. Add 3 now to put them at 98. And now a runner in scoring position here in the 1st inning for the Cougars, as they try and get to Cortez early. Petretti bunting, nicely done up the 3rd base line. It's just foul. Would have been a tough play for the 3rd baseman, Cortez charging. Instead, Petretti will come back with 2 strikes here. One-two offering. Chopped on the ground towards 3rd and foul. So we go again with a 1-2. Cortez adding a strikeout here to start. Goes up the ladder and gets Petretti to chase. 8th strikeout of the day, first in game number 1. Here's Janice Jimenez, doubled and scored the only Canyons run in game number 1. Was one of just 3 Cougars to really square up the ball against Cortez in the first game. As the wind has now started to show up again. Gusting straight out to center, then swirling around towards right. Get interesting in the field for everybody as Jimenez waits on a 1-0. Takes it down at the knees for a strike. Got speed out there in Yahali Gonzalez at second base. So a base hit would likely score her. Outfield playing relatively deep in center and left. The right fielder Gonzalez shading just in with the right-handed hitter up. That one hit out into the left center field gap. That'll be a base hit. Gonzalez coming around to score. Janice Jimenez squares one up. And the Cougars are on the board here in the first inning. A 1-0 lead off of Janice Jimenez RBI single off Tatiana Cortez. So the walk, the stolen base, and the base hit. Much as Canyons has designed it for most of the year. Brings us to Krista Vierik, 1 for 3 in game number 1. Vierik squared a ball up in game number 1 in the 7th inning. Her base hit. That one misses down, and now Vierik, a good hitter's counting her 2-0. Jimenez is perfect on the bases so far this year, 16 for 16. I think they wanted her to steal on the 1-0 pitch. Instead, they're going to let Vierik work here against Cortez, who's behind 3-0 here. You wonder if Cortez maybe fatigued a little bit after game number 1, only about a half-an-hour break between games. It's not uncommon for pitchers in softball to go multiple innings. Jimenez will have second base stolen. 17th steal for Janice Jimenez on the season, and Canyons again with a runner in scoring position now, and just one away with Vierik up there in a 3-1 count. Tough throw for Nahara behind the plate. Defensively for Cerritos. Vasquez at first, Encarnacion at second, Cardenas at third, Cortez at short with Amaya, Fontella, and Gonzalez from left to right in the outfield, and Nahara behind the plate. 3-1, Vierik off the foot of Cortez. That'll be a base hit, but right off, I think, the ankle actually of Cortez. And now we gotta make sure Tatiana Cortez is okay. Eric Ensenas, the athletic trainer for College of the Canyons, heading out, along with Cody Murray to check on her ace. Vierik again squares one up. A hard one-hopper off the shin of Tatiana Cortez. They're going to have Cortez try one here, see if she's all right. She'll stay in there. So she'll face Grace Diaz, who hit the ball hard 3 times against her in game number 1. The runners on the corners here. Jimenez at third, Vieira at first. 1 away. Wizmath playbook wide open here with 1 away. Vieira will get second base on really defensive indifference once again. So now 2 out there for Diaz with a strike on her. Just 1 away. Diaz drove in the only Canyons run in game number 1. 1 down in the dirt. Nahara able to keep it in front. Jimenez at third, Vieira at second. Diaz at the plate. Canyons already won across after Gonzalez walked, stole a base, and scored on the Jimenez base hit. Diaz pops one up. Back of second base. That's going to fall for a base hit. Jimenez is going to score. Vieira up to third. Canyons with runners on the corners and a 2-0 lead. It's a bloop single for Diaz. As Crash Davis would say, a dying quail. And I'll bring Nicole Murrow to the plate. Murrow no bats in game number 1. 250 on the season. 6 for 24. Hitting for herself here in game number 2. Runner in motion. Canyons gonna see if they can steal something. Diaz is tagged out. Canyons will steal the run as Vieira scores. So you trade the out for the run. Diaz is caught stealing for the second out. The bases empty themselves. And the Cougars with a 3-0 lead, well executed that time for College of the Canyons. Murrow waves at a changeup. So 2 away. Murrow fouls this one straight back. Could take that time on a ball rising. So it'll make it a 2-2 count. Canyons touching up Cortez so far for 3 here in the first. Then on the 2-2 delivery. Misses up and away. Count is full. So started with the Gonzalez walk. Jimenez hit a ball hard. Vieira then a 1-hopper off of the shin of Cortez. Then just Canyons getting one where the defense isn't. As Murrow called strike 3 at the knees. Canyons gets 3 though on 3 hits. No errors and nobody left on. So a good start for the Cougars. 3-0 lead after 1 in the books. Here from Whitten Field.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
Zarate, Amaya, and Vasquez due up here for Cerritos in the second. Murrow Stink to a 3-0 lead. Solid 3-run first inning for Canyons. Zarate 2 for 4 in game number 1 against Akane Gonzalez. First pitch in for a called strike. Ball popped up in foul territory down the right side, just out of the reach of Jimenez. Nearly came up with it. Just a step out of her reach. We'll go on a 1-2 count here. Murrow up on the rubber. Just misses, and now the count goes to full here.
Come on, Bev, you got this.
This one hit right back up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. So Zarate stays hot. Third hit of the day. Second hit issued by Murrow. Leadoff runner aboard here for Cerritos for the second time in as many innings, and Chris Amaya stepping in. Amaya 1 for 4 in game 1. Zarate has been cut down on her only stolen base attempt this season. Maya was showing bunt, took the pitch up. Maya has a couple of sacrifice hits this season. Two-0 was in there for a strike, so we'll go 2-1. Burrow checks the wrist. Delivers the 2-1 that misses up. 3-2 finds the zone for a strike. It's the count full, nobody out here in the second inning. 3-0 Canyons after a 3-run first. Zarate leading the inning off with a single. Murrow gets her to pop this one up on the right side. Vanoli there makes the catch. One away. Wind is really starting to rattle around a little bit here. It's nice and calm through game number 1. A couple of gusts here and there, but nothing special. Game number 2 so far, it's picked up quite a bit. Val Vasquez had the 2-run home run in the 8th inning in game number 1. It helped stretch it to a 4-run lead. She steps in, 1 for 4 in the opening game. Takes a called strike at the knees, makes it 0-1. So 2-1 now, the count here to Vasquez. She hits this one on the right side. That'll get through for a hit. Diaz scoops and fires. It's going to skip away from Jimenez. Canyons making an error here. Diaz, her first decision was not to scoop it and throw. Decided to throw it late. Makes an error. That moves up Zarate. And that'll bring us Savannah Gonzalez here with runners on the corners. Gonzalez takes off her batting gloves. So now runners on the corners here for Cerritos, trying to answer the 3-run first inning from Canyons. Two balls, no strikes to count. Gonzalez 1 for 3 in game 1. Was caught stealing twice. A 4-pitch walk to load the bases here. So Murrow fighting it here in inning number 2. Looks like John Wismath coming out. So the conference here over. Bases loaded here for Emery Encarnacion. It was 1-for-1 with 2 walks in game 1. Chance to try and get the ball game tight once again here in a 3-0 game in the second inning. So 2 on the count here. Make it 3-1 to Encarnacion. This one chopped back to the circle. Play at the plate is in time. So it cuts down the run. Encarnacion on with a fielder's choice. So 3 balls, no strikes here as we go back to Marley Cortez. And Murrow will walk in a run. Second free pass of the inning issued. That's going to end it for Nicole Murrow here. So Canyon's going to go back to Akane Gonzalez, who pitched game 1. Gave up 5 runs in the ballgame, 4 of those late. Will come here with 2 outs and the bases loaded in a 3-1 ball game. Here's Cardenas. Popped up to the first baseman in the first inning. Zakana Gonzalez's first pitch sailed up. Gonzalez trying to get Canyons back in with a 2-run lead. Change up to Cardenas, misses. Big spot here for Cardenas with the 2-0 count. Again, another pitch misses outside. Canyons pitching. Struggling from the 8th inning in game number 1. Now struggling here in the 2nd inning of game number 2. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Cardenas. Run is charged to Murrow, who so far has pitched an inning and 2/3. It's a 1-run ball game all of a sudden at 3-2 in favor of Canyons. Montella grounded into a fielder's choice in the first. Let's a changeup float out of the zone. 8th hitter to the plate here for Cerritos in the 2nd. Started with a Zarate single, who was cut down at the plate after the bases were loaded. Vasquez scored after she singled. Gonzalez scored after she walked. Encarnacion currently at third base after reaching on a fielder's choice. And then Cortez and Cardenas both with walks. So this ball hit in the air towards center field. That'll get down for a base hit. 1 run coming in. A second will slide home. A 2-run single for Fontella as it landed in front of Vieira out in right center. Encarnacion and Cortez both score. And the Falcons have taken a 4-3 lead here in the 2nd inning. So after Canyons riding high after a 3-run first, now find themselves behind. Still 2 away, and Nehera with the 9th hitter to the plate here in the 2nd inning. Fontella going to take second base. Two balls and 1 strike, 2 away. This ball lifted in foul territory up the right side. Jimenez will make the play. Going back over his shoulder. So Nehera retired. Damage done, though. 4 runs across for Cerritos here in the 2nd. They have a 4-3 lead. Mena, Mejia, and Vanole, the scheduled hitters for Canyons here in their half of the second inning. Mena 0 for 2 in game number 1. The DP here in game number 2 once again. First pitch to Mena, in for a strike. Cortez now staked to a one-run lead, which she held on to for most of game number 1 before giving up a run in the 7th. Mena down on strikes. Third strike out of the ball game for Cortez. There's Alexia Mejia 0 for 3 in game number 1. First pitch to Mejia. Set is up, so it's a 1-ball, no strike count. That one in at the knees for a strike. Two-one offering here from Cortez. Misses down, make it 3-1. Yeah, checks her swing and fouls it off. So a 3-2 count here. Mejia fouls it straight back. This one fouled back to the screen as well. So again, 3-2 here to Mejia. As Cortez set up on the rubber. This one popped up. Marley Cortez, that is, calls off everybody and makes the catch, a little snow cone. But the out is made, 2 away. Skylar Vanoli coming to the plate. Vanoli 0 for 3 in game 1. Trying to get a 2-out rally started here in the second. We're only in the second. Feels like the third. Canyons 3 in the first. Cerritos 4 in the second. That's where we stand at the moment. Two-0 in for a strike. Spits on a 3-1 down low, or 2-1, excuse me, down low to make it 3-1. And a walk here for Vanoli with 2 away. Bring us Yahali Gonzalez with 2 outs. First pitch to Gonzalez in for a called strike. Gonzalez walked and scored in the first. That one gets through the catcher in Najera. Vanoli will move up to second base. So now a run out there for Yahali Gonzalez. Scoring position with 2 away. Making a 1-ball, 1-strike count. As Gonzalez hits this one on the ground. That'll get through on the left side. They're going to send Vanoli, who scores, sliding in ahead of the throw from Amaya. And it's a base hit from Yahali Gonzalez, advancing on the throw as she ties the game at 4. John Wismath aggressive on that one, sending Vanoli the entire way. No second thought about it. Now Canyons will have Brooke Petretti at the plate with 2 away and a runner in scoring position. As Gonzalez was able to move ahead on the throw to the plate from Amaya. Didn't hit it hard, and that probably factored into Vanoli being able to score. As well, the throw was there. It was just up the first base line enough to allow Vanoli to slide in ahead of Najera's tag. Or even at 4, this one hit in the air to the right side. Playable Gonzalez makes the catch. That'll end the inning. Canyons gets a run back, though. We got a fresh ball game going into the 3rd at 4-4. Zarate, Amaya, and Vasquez here in the top half of the third. Sakakane Gonzalez back into work. Two 0 in for a strike. Push it to 3-1 here to Zarate, who started off that 4-run second inning with a base hit. And she leads off this third inning with a walk. Marissa Amaya stepping in. Actually, they're going to pinch run for Zarate here. So Baila is going to pinch run. First pinch bunt attempt went foul.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Jimenez, Vieira, and Diaz, the scheduled hitters for Canyons. And a pitching change here for Cerritos. Tatiana Cortez will go sit down. Mia Star Miramontes will come into pitch instead. So she'll face Jimenez for the first time today. Star Miramontes 7-0 this year. In just 3 starts. This is her 13th appearance. 31 and 2/3 innings this season. Has given up 36 hits, 21 runs, 14 of them earned with 15 walks and 7 strikeouts. Way behind here against Jimenez. 3 balls, no strikes to count. It's a 4-4 ball game. Four-pitch walk here to start things off. So it's interesting you lift Tatiana Cortez. Maybe that shin after the ball that Vieira hit bothering her as the game continues on. Speaking of Vieira, here she is stepping in. Singleton scored in the first, part of a 3-run first inning for Canyons. This one down in the dirt. Jimenez with another stolen base. Not much that Nahara could do. So Jimenez stays perfect on the season in stolen bases. Mia Star Miramontes pitched on the 27th against Rio Honda, went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, and struck out 3. She's had 6 appearances this year without a run allowed. Finds herself in some trouble here in the third. Vieira chops this one right back to her. Miramontes picks it up and throws it to first. She juggled it, so that allows Jimenez to get to third base. Vieira down 1-3. Grace Diaz, who singled, was caught stealing in a double steal to steal a run for Canyons in the first. Goes to work here with a runner 60 feet away. In Jimenez, she'll bunt. Well executed sacrifice squeeze. Beautifully done. And Canyons has a 5-4 lead. Perfectly played squeeze. 2 away. The Cougars back out in front. Here's Akana Gonzalez, who came in to pitch for Nicole Murrow. Gonzalez first pitch swinging, hits it on the ground towards second. That'll end the inning. The Canyons gets a run here in the third. After Jimenez walked, stole a base. Moved ahead on a ground ball by Vierik, and then a beautifully placed sacrifice bunt on a squeeze play by Grace Diaz, who drives in another run. We go to the fourth in a 5-4 ball game here from Whitten Field. Encarnacion, Cortez, and Cardenas, the hitters here for Cerritos in the top half of the fourth. Encarnacion grounded into a fielder's choice and scored in the second inning. Two-strike pitch, chopped towards third. Good scoop by Mejia. Strong throw in time to cut down Encarnacion. One away. So a nice play from Alexia Mejia defensively. We go back to the top of the order, and Marley Cortez. 1 for 1. Walked and scored in the second. Singled but was cut down at second in the first. Pops this one up in the air towards left. Yahali Gonzalez there. So 2 down. Vane Cardenas will come to the plate. Walked in the second, popped out to first in the first. That one misses down. Two one here. As Cardenas waits. Takes the pitch down. So it'll make it a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Three-one called for a strike on the outer half. So full count with 2 away here in the 4th inning. Game 1 was a pitcher's duel through 7. Game 2 has been a run fest with 9 runs on the board so far through 3 complete innings. This one popped up on the right side, playable for Vanoli, who will make the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for Akane Gonzalez. We go to the home half of the 4th inning. Canyons holding a 5-4 lead. Benamahia and Vanoli, the scheduled hitters for Canyons in the 4th. Facing Star Miramontes. Miramontes gave up a run after coming into the 3rd without giving up a hit. Canyons able to piece together a run. 2 balls and no strikes the count here to Isabel Mena. 3 balls, 1 strike to Isabel Mena. 0 for 1 here in game 2 without a hit so far today through 2 games and 3 at-bats. Fouls this one up the third base side. Looks like Canyons will hit for Skylar Vanole. As John Wismath has Avery Alvarez in the on-deck circle right now. Or actually, they'll hit for Alexia Mejia, excuse me. Mena down on strikes. So Alvarez will pinch hit here. Avery pinch hit in the 7th inning and struck out of game number 1. So Alvarez an opportunity here in the 4th. Takes the first pitch for a strike. So Alvarez hits this one right back up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. So 1 out base runner here for Canyons as Avery Alvarez has a solid single to center field. And Skylar Vanoli will come to the plate. Vanoli walked and scored in the 2nd inning to tie the game up at 4. Still hitless so far today. That one in the dirt. Good block by Naheda behind the plate. Vanole bunting this time. Throw to second, gonna be in time to get Jimenez. Well done that time by Cortez. So fielder's choice for Vanole. She'll trade places with Alvarez, who's cut down at second. Bring us back to Yahali Gonzalez. Singled home run in the 2nd inning. Vanoli going to be in under the tag safely. The throw was there just a touch high from Naheda. And that allowed Vanoli to just get in under the tag. So now Gonzalez with an opportunity. 1 ball, no strikes. And a runner out in scoring position trying to bring home Vanoli again. That one taken for a strike. Good block by Nahera behind the plate. Gonzalez fights off a 2-1. Make it a 2-ball, 2-strike count. This one chopped back towards Miramontes. Should make the play. That'll end the inning. Canyons unable to cash in a run. We go to the 5th in a 1-run ball game here from Whitten Field. Fontella, Najera, and Zarate scheduled hitters here for Cerritos in the 5th. Canyons holding a 5-4 lead. Clouds have started to roll in as the temperatures dropped a little bit here. And on 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Fontella 1 for 2 in game 2. Singled in a couple of runs in the second. It's also stolen a base today. It's reached twice. Takes a called strike. Ball lifted in the air towards center. Vierik there. Patrolling will make the catch. One away. Vicky Najera will come to the plate. 0 for 2 in game 2. Hitless so far today in 6 at-bats. Pitch down at the knees for a strike. Two-one delivery here from Akana Gonzalez on the way. Misses up and away. Gonzalez went the full 8 in game number 1, picked up the loss. Came in to replace Murrow after she went an inning and 2/3. Gave up a couple of inherited runners, but has only seen one base runner since then. Now make it 2 as she issues her third walk of the day. So Zarate will come back up as she re-enters here. Pinch ran for her, I forgot.
Let's go,
Here's Brianna by law. Here's Cerrate. Takes a strike. This ball hit towards Petretti, who makes the leaping play, but not able to double off Nahida. So 2 down on a soft line drive to the shortstop Petretti. And Carissa Amaya will come to the plate, 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. One hit and 5 at bats so far today for her. ERA 6 for 7 this season. Maya waits on a 2-0 delivery. In for a strike at the letters on the outer half. Tight 5-4 ball game here in the 5th. Canyons 3 in the 1st. Cerritos 4 in the 2nd. The Cougars picked up 1 to tie the game in the 3rd, or in the 2nd, and then took the lead back in the 3rd. Gonzalez has retired 8 of the last 9 she has faced. 2-strike count here. This one hit on the ground. Petretti scoops and fires. That'll end the inning. Zamaya set down. So a walk left out there by Cerritos here in the 5th. Home half upcoming. Canyons with a 5-4 lead. Petretti, Jimenez, Vierik, the scheduled batters for Canyons. Facing Miramontes here in the 5th. First pitch to Petretti in for a strike. Pitch from Miramontes gets Petretti to wave. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Petretti 0 for 2, 0 for 6 so far in the day. This one hit down the line and right. Moving over to make a great play is Gonzalez. As Savannah Gonzalez sets down Petretti. Diving to her left, one away. Here's Janice Jimenez. Singled walk, scored twice. Jimenez continues to rip apart the baseball at the plate. Bunting this time. Bunts it foul. Two more hits and 4 more at bats today, including a double in the 7th inning of game number 1. She hits this one on the ground sharply towards short. Cardenas, half step ahead. Jimenez down for the 2nd out. And Miramontes is through 3 of the heart of the order here. Vierik 1 for 2. Her average right around 350 on the year. Hits the first pitch on the ground to the first baseman, Vasquez, who scoops it herself. A 1-2-3 inning for Miramontes. 6th inning we go, still a 1-run ball game. Vasquez, Gonzalez, Encarnacion. For Cerritos in the 6th. Ana Gonzalez still out there. Vasquez hits this one in the air. Vierik patrolling will make the catch. So Gonzalez gets by Vasquez. Now she'll face Savannah Gonzalez. 0 for 1 in game 2. 1 for 4 on the day with a walk and a run scored. Her single came back in the 3rd inning of game number 1. She's walked twice between the 2 games today. Takes a called strike on the outer half. This one hit on the ground. That's going to get through the 5-6 hole for a base hit for Savannah Gonzalez. Gonzalez, who before today was perfect on the bases, was caught stealing twice in game number 1. Encarnacion at the plate 0 for 1 in game, or 0 for 2 in game 2, but did score after she reached on a fielder's choice. Lopez's throw not going to be in time to get Gonzalez this time. She has a stolen base. The first in 3 attempts today. So the tying run at second base here for Cerritos. Encarnacion reached on a fielder's choice in the second and came around to score. Throw to third, going to get off of the glove of Alexia Mejia. Gonzalez going to try and score. She will. And we are tied at 5. So a couple of stolen bases, an error on Mejia. It is a fresh ball game once again here in the 6th at 5-5. Encarnacion up there with a 2 balls, no strike count. Make it 3-0 here. Canyon's caught sleeping that time by Savannah Gonzalez. So a single and a walk. And now the go-ahead run aboard here as we go back to the top of the order and Marley Cortez. 1 for 2 in game 2. Walked and scored in the second inning. Just one away here in the 6th. Cortez bunting. Will pull it back and the pitch missed up. Two balls and 1 strike the count here to Cortez. Gonzalez ready to deliver. This ball hit in the air towards left center field. That's trouble. It's got to get back to the wall. Encarnacion going to try and score from first. She will. And Cerritos picks up 2 runs here in the 6th inning. An RBI double from Marley Cortez. The Falcons have regained the lead at 6-5. Single from Gonzalez, a couple of stolen bases and an error. A walk to Encarnacion and the double that brings her all the way around from first. And now Cardenas will step in. 0 for 2 with a walk. And a snapped a 3-game hitless streak in game number 1 with 2 hits and 4 at-bats. Just her 3rd multi-hit game of the year. She swings and lifts this one in the air towards right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Cortez staying put, but Cardenas, her first hit here of game number 2. The Falcons are getting to Akana Gonzalez here in the 6th. So it'll bring us back to Morgan Fontella. Singled, grounded into a fielder's choice, and flew out to center field. So runners on first and second, still just one away in the inning. This ball lifted in the air towards left. Jahali Gonzalez going back will make the catch. Fontella gave it a ride, but Gonzalez able to drift back and find it. So 2 down. Vicky Najera will come to the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk today. This ball hit in the air to right. This could be a tough play for Diaz, but she'll drift back and make the catch. So Najera retired on a fly ball to Diaz. 2 runs across, though, for Cerritos. Damage done by an RBI double from Marley Cortez. The Falcons have a 6-5 lead as we go to the bottom half of the 6th. Diaz to start things off here. Singled, placed a well-executed squeeze bunt down. It's driven in a couple of runs here in game 2. This one hit sharply down the third base line, but foul. One misses down and away to Diaz. Two-one delivery misses down and away. Never mind, 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Scoreboard was incorrect. This one chopped towards third. Cortez, a nice play to retire Diaz. First time Diaz really hasn't hit the ball hard today. One away for Connie Gonzalez. No hits and 2 at-bats here in game number 2. Swings at the first pitch and lines it out into left field. It gets through the legs of Amaya. That'll get back to the wall. Gonzalez headed for third. She'll be in. It's a single and a 2-base error. And now the tying run aboard at third base here for Canyons. Isabel Mena with a couple of strikeouts here in game 2. No hits and 4 at-bats so far today. Chance to try and tie the game up at 6. Changeup misses down. Cody Murray pops her head out of the dugout here. She's going to go talk to Miramontes and the rest of the Falcon infield. And that's going to be it for Miramontes here. They're going to go back to Tatiana Cortez. So Miramontes came in the third. Gave up a run on a squeeze play after she walked Jimenez in the third. Now finds herself in trouble after the error. Cody Murray deciding to go back to her ace and Tatiana Cortez. So you can close the book officially on Miramontes. Goes 3 1/3, or you can't close it officially, but you can close it innings-wise as she cannot return. Goes 3 1/3, gives up 2 hits. So far, just 1 run. Didn't walk anybody, struck 1 out. That run out there is her responsibility. So 1 ball, no strikes to count here to Isabel Mena as Cortez comes in to pitch to her. Infield is in here to cut down the run. And Gonzalez with Mena at the plate. And another big cut fouls it away. So ball and 2 strikes here to Mena. That one misses away. Two. Mena hits it on the ground. That'll get by. Cortez can't make the play. Mena drives in the tying run. And we have a 6-6 ball game here in the 6th. Sharply hit ball from Isabel Mena. Alexia Mejia will come back to the plate. They'll run for Mena here. As they'll have Leilani Lopez run for Mena in a 6-6 ball game here in the 6th. Mena picks up her first hit of the game. Mejia bunting, that's going to be trouble. Mejia with a bunt single as a push bunt up the first base side. Got by the pitcher in Cortez. And now you've got runners at first and second for Canyon. Skylar Vanoli at the plate with 1 away. So now Vanoli with a big spot here. 2 on, 1 away. Vanoli bunting. She bunts it up the first base side. Cortez does a better job fielding at that time. A sacrifice bunt for Vanoli. And now 2 away, and Yahali Gonzalez singled, walked, and grounded back to the pitcher comes to the plate with a go-ahead run 60 feet away in Lopez, who came in to pinch run for Isabel Mena. Started with the Akana Gonzalez single that turned into a triple after a 2-base error by Amaya. Canyon's able to tie it up, trying to take the lead here. Mena hit a sharp ball down the third base line that got by Cortez. At third, Alexia Mejia with an executed bunt single. And now Yahali Gonzalez, after the sacrifice from Vanoli, a chance to try and drive in at least one on a base hit. So Mejia runs well out at second. Placed into the right spot with the outfield kind of playing shallow here. Could bring home 2, but at the very least would bring home 1. Good take from Gonzalez. It's 3-1 here. Now you're looking one spot if you're Yahali Gonzalez, something you can drive. Can close the book on Miramontes. 2 runs allowed. As she was responsible for the Gonzalez run. So 3-2 count here to Yahali Gonzalez. Gonzalez set down, strike 3 called. So Cortez will get Cerritos back in, but Canyons gets the tying run. We go to the 7th in a 6-6 ball game. Zarate Amaya Vasquez due up here. In a 6-6 ball game. Baseball lifted in the air, playable for Vanoli. Cerritos going to hit for Amaya here. Sienna Contreras, who came in late in the 8th inning of game number 1 and had a base hit in the 8th. Takes a called strike. So Cody Murray trying to play the same formula here late in the ball game. One two count here to Contreras. Allen misses just away on a 2-2 delivery. So it'll bring the count to full. Contreras trying to be a spark plug once again. She'll work a walk. So they'll re-enter Amaya. So Contreras does her job in the 7th, gets on. Now Val Vasquez takes a called strike. Vasquez singled back in the 2nd and scored. She had a 2-run home run in a similar spot after Contreras got on with a single in the 8th inning of game number 1. Cerritos would certainly take the same outcome again. This time she hits it up the middle for a base hit. So now 2 on for the Falcons. With a 1 away here in the 7th inning. One down for Savannah Gonzalez. Gonzalez in game 2 has singled and walked, scored twice. Trying to drive home a run here. Behind the count, 0-2. This ball lifted in the air out into deep left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Gonzalez headed for second. 1 run coming home. Relay throw to the plate, not in time as Vasquez scores from first. A 2 RBI double for Savannah Gonzalez. And Cerritos recaptures the lead at 8-6. So 2 more runs across. Still only 1 away here. So Maria Encarnacion now at the plate. Ball and 2 strikes here to Encarnacion. Cortez waiting on deck. Gonzalez at second base as Encarnacion fights it off. So Canyon's answered. Got a run in the 6th to tie the game back up at 6 after Cerritos got 2 in the 6th to take the lead. Now Cerritos with 2 more here in the 7th to make it 8-6. This ball hit up the middle for a base hit by Encarnacion. Vieric's throw going to be cut off. An RBI single for Encarnacion. 3 more runs across here for Cerritos in the 7th. And they now have a 9-6 lead. Back to the top of the order we go. Marley Cortez stepping in. Help if I add the runs to the correct side of the scoreboard here. We apologize for that. That one fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Cortez single, doubled, walked, and scored. Behind the count 1 and 2. This one hit up the middle. Cortez with another hit. Her 3rd here of game 2. And the 1-out train rolling here for Cerritos. And Canyon's going to go back to Nicole Murrow here. So you can end the day for Connie Gonzalez now. On the hook for the loss here in game number 2 at this point. Gonzalez went 4 2/3. Giving up 8 hits. Five walks and no strikeouts here in game number 2. Murrow will come back to pitch with 2 on and 1 away. Murrow went the first inning in 2/3. One delivery lifted in the air. Vanoli nearly lost it, gets it back. And then some confusion at second base. So Cardenas retired. Encarnacion tagged. Then started to go, then went back, and no tag was applied to her, so she's safe at second base. 2 away. First pitch swinging, hit on the ground. Petretti had it kick off the heel of her glove. Tough with the runner moving in front of her, but it's an error nonetheless. And the base is now loaded for Cerritos. And Najera, who's 0 for 3 with a walk, comes to the plate. Their late inning Cerritos surge here. Murrow, pitch hit on the ground, back up the box. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. Throw to the plate, not going to be in time. As a second run comes across, Najera has her first hit of the day. We'll go back to Zarate, who started the inning off by popping out to Vanoli. It's another chance here. They will have Irma Gonzalez run for Najera. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. This one hit on the ground. Tough play for Petretti. Across the diamond, just in time. Damage done, though. 5 runs across for Cerritos here in the 7th. So for Canyons, they'll send Petretti, Jimenez, and Vierik to face Cortez, now chasing 5. A late inning surge from Cerritos in the 7th. Petretti, who's 0 for 3, comes to the plate. Swings at the first pitch, hits it in the air. Gets by a diving Fontella. Petretti headed for third. Scored a triple for Petretti. And now Janice Jimenez, who's 1 for 2, has scored twice, can start to chip away for Canyons here. Jimenez, first pitch swinging. Good play from Vasquez. It's a really tough play from Vasquez at first. Jimenez goes back to the dugout feeling like she cheated herself just a touch. Vierik will come to the plate. Had a sharp single in the first off the shin of Cortez. Now comes up with a runner at third base, and Petretti takes a called strike. One to Vierik, in for a strike. She'll wait on the 1-2 offering. Hits it on the ground towards short. That'll score a run. Cardenas makes the play. So you get 1, but now you get 2 away. And you're down to your final out as Grace Diaz comes to the plate. Diaz singled back in the first. Drove in a run on a squeeze play in the third. Grounds this one towards second base on the first pitch. Encarnacion. That'll do it for the ball game. Cerritos, on the strength of 5 runs in the 7th inning, picks up another win here today. They take the doubleheader. They improve to 20-6. Akane Gonzalez gets the loss for Canyons. Cortez gets the win for Cerritos. The Falcons, 11 runs on 12 hits. 1 error, and they left 9 on base. Canyons, 7 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors, and they left 5 on base. Or they left, they left 4 on base. So that'll do it for us here today. We thank you for joining us on the Cougar Sports Network. We hope to see you next time. We'll have baseball on Tuesday and Thursday next week here from Mike Gillespie Field. Or it's Tuesday and Thursday or Friday. I can't remember the days actually, but check cocathletics.com and that'll have the full schedule for you. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We hope to see you again soon.